Hey everybody, it's Andres Salazar. This is Art of Comics. I just got the news like 5 minutes ago. It is April 1st. A lot of times April 1st, there's these fake news stories, right? It looks real. It looks real. News outlets are saying, it could be fake, but let's just go on the assumption that it's not freaking fake. Ed Piskor has passed away. Appears to be suicide, although we don't have the details of how. There is a very long Facebook message, last kind of a suicide note, basically, detailing his thoughts, everything that happened over these last couple weeks, where his funds and IP should go with Cartoonist Kayfabe, with the art show, the selling the work, this new story, the Switchblade Shorties, where that goes, publishing, getting royalties from the hardcover, the omnibus of Hip Hop Family Tree, all that kind of stuff. Talking about Molly D, who is a woman, one of the accusers, I guess the second, who had some sexual relationships with him. Anyway, here's the thing. It's incredibly sad, and it's incredibly selfish. I'm coming in hot, dude. I am I don't know the guy, okay? I met him once. Like I said, he wasn't the friendliest freaking guy, but here's the deal. He loved the medium. He loved the things I love. I love hip-hop. I love comics. You don't make this kind of career. You don't do this kind of thing because you're a casual fan. You do this because you love it. It is so hard. Those of you who don't make books, make comics, let me just try to elucidate what I'm talking about. Making a graphic novel, like rendering the comic book, drawing the art, is such an extreme, solitary time consumption. You don't do this unless you are extremely passionate, and he loved it. And this is how I want to remember Ed. These four freaking books. This is all I have of his. I don't have the other stuff. I might get it. I don't know. But I loved when I saw this. I met him at Ape Comic Con, Ape Expo, which is in San Francisco. I met him there. He had I think one, maybe he had 1 and 2. I think he was with Fantagraphics. And I just saw it. I had a booth, my booth, and he was the booth behind me. He had the Kangol bucket hat, the sunglasses, he's done up. And I saw this, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I looked at the paper, and I'm like, and we talked about it. I'm like, well, what do you use? He used old Avengers comics, and I'm like, how did you do this? And I just bought it right away. I just said, I got to buy this right the freak now. And I go, I'm buying this. And then I went and I got the second one. And then I'm like, oh, dude. In fact, I might reread these. They're so good. There's so much love of the history. That's what he was into, is the history. And then I got 3 and 4. And then I went and I talked to Fantagraphics. I'm like, is there supposed to be more? And they said, yeah, there was supposed to be 6. He told me there was only going to be 4. But evidently, in theory, there were going to be more. But then he went off to do other stuff. Marvel came calling with a lot of money, so forth. This is how I want to remember him. This is what it's about, right? I don't want to think about all the horse shit. It wasn't like he didn't go rape people. He wasn't criminally charged for anything. That's why it's, in a way, it doesn't make sense. I mean, clearly, you're not using rational thought, right, when this is happening. yeah, dude, his show was canceled. Some shit was happening. People were talking. It was horrible. But it wasn't. But if he could have just held on, just hold on. Just keep it together. Sink low. Work on your books and just sink low. Even if all those deals failed, so what? Louis C.K. had worse experiences. He lost a lot more, and he's back. You know what I mean? You just gotta give it the time. You gotta, hunker down, change yourself, be better. I am so disappointed in his actions, and at the end of the day, we can only be accountable for our actions, right? Everyone is putting these different thoughts and pressures and things. They don't make you do things. You do the things you do. You react the way you react. And the way he decided to react with this stress and I'm not going to go into the mental illness and all that, but look, because we don't know that. You just don't kill yourself. There you go. You just don't do it. We don't approve of that criminal act. It's actually a criminal act to kill yourself. We do not approve that here on the Art of Comics channel. I do not put my stamp on that. It is selfish. It is the most selfish thing you can do. There are victims all over. His family, his friends, everybody's a freaking victim. There's tons of victims. I know people. This would not have been the first suicide that I know of. I know people close to me who have killed themselves, and it is bullshit. There's another way to say it. And it's a chicken cop-out. And I'm not going to go too hard on this, but that's what I think. So, super, just, it was sad before, but now it's just freaking tragic. Despite what you might think about his talent, whatever, he had the gift of gab. He was well versed. There were people who cared about him. I don't spend money on crappy there was stuff that he was very good at. And he was getting higher and higher, and it's really just a shame. And maybe this is fake, dude. Maybe we turned out it was all fake, and he's been in hiding, and he's gonna do like some resurrection in a couple years. And if so, then I'll take this video down. I don't know what I'll do, but it's a super shame. Rest in peace. Yeah, Ed Piskor. We need more creators like him. I'm talking not about personal stuff. I'm talking about the artist. We need more artists like him that have a love for the history, who are doing stuff like that. That's my take. There you go. Okay, I'm done. Peace out.